Hey everybody, Aaron here from Comic Booked, and I have a big box of magic stuff from Card Shop Live. Those folks are great. I pre-ordered some collector booster bundles off of their site, and I'd like to show them to you. And we'll go ahead and open one of the collector boosters boxes, the full box, 12 packs. Maybe get a serialized card, maybe not, but I would really like to. That would be pretty cool. So let's see what we get. So I don't know, first impressions on this set. I did a pre-release on Friday, and so I did. If you guys watched the video I just did earlier, then you saw a box opening for March of the Machine, and so you can see, cards on the set. There's some really good stuff in the set, and definitely want to talk about that stuff. Um, so I got two, count them, two booster boxes and two really cool playmats and two stacks of promos and two things of counters. So I do appreciate these guys. I've been on the, you know, I've been in the chat on a couple of their streams. Once, oh, sorry, things falling over in the background. Um, and I just crumpled a bunch of paper in your ear. So anyway, yay, let's go. Um, I've been on a couple of their streams in the chat, just kind of checking out what they're doing. But yeah, so basically the bundles were one collector booster, a stack of promo cards, and or like I'll show you the cards here in a minute, and then two of the Ultra Pro Magic counters, and I'll show you those counters here in a minute. So um, yeah, both of these, and then the playmats. So the playmats got a playmat with each one, and they're official Magic the Gathering playmats upside down. That is pretty cool. Ancestral Recall, very nice. Beautiful artwork. Love that. All right, that's one. Step back away. And the other playmat was this is from Magic Fest 2019. And I don't recognize that artwork. But that is pretty cool artwork. So must be like a counter spell, maybe, or some of some sort. I don't know. If you know what it is, please leave me a comment. When I ordered, you just get a random playmat. You don't know what playmat you're getting, but still very cool, beautiful art. Um, so I got some of my best playmats this way, other than my beautiful Eventide playmat, which was actually a pre-release playmat from all the way back in 2008. Some of you weren't even born yet. I'm just joking. Well, you never know. I mean, could be kids watching this that are under the age of what, 15, and you could have not been born yet. So yeah. Um, all right, let's move these out of the way and let's take a look at our tokens. So the tokens are really cool. This is a pirate token, and basically it has little clickers on the side to tell you power and toughness, and then how many of the tokens you have. So if you have, like, as it says here, 702 pirates, the pirates have menace, and so that's really cool. Uh, there's some merfolk. Again, the same thing. How many merfolk tokens? What are their power and toughness? And then these have hexproof. And here is a life counter. So you can count life and then poison counters or whatever else you need to count. And there's another merfolk. And these are cool because these are the foils. So in these boxes, these were sold originally. These were sold as open a pack and you get a random. I think there were a couple, two or three in each pack for like 10 or 15 bucks. And the foils were random, so you would only get one foil every so many packs or something. So it's neat to get some foil token counters like that. That's very good. So I'm going to set those aside. Those are neat. And the other thing that we got were some really cool full art that I say we, but it's me. It's the royal we. It's just me. I got these. Full art lightning bolt. These are so cool. Really neat from Magic Fest again, full art Path to Exile. And these are really full art textless spells. You can play with these. And then a Soul Ring. And I don't know what else is back in there. Something else, but the promo Soul Ring from Commander or for use in Commander. So both are the same. This pack is the same. It's four of each. So play set of each extended art or full art textless spell and a Soul Ring. So yeah, I actually have a few of these now. It's kind of neat. So every time I buy a bundle, last time I bought a bundle of Brothers War, I think it was, um, in order to get the collector booster and all of the cool stuff. So those are awesome. Push some Pokemon cards out of the way. Alrighty, so this is what you've all been waiting for. Me too. I mean, I'm excited to open this. Just so you know, Card Shop Live, check those guys out. I really enjoy working with them. They do Pokemon and Magic the Gathering sales on Whatnot. Actually, you can follow them on Instagram, and yeah, just let them know that I sent you. If you see them on Whatnot, let them know that I sent you. My handle on Whatnot, if you happen to go on there, is Ace of Bwandies, and that's AceOfBWANDIES. I know it's long, but still, if you happen to be on there and go to Card Shop Live, let them know I sent you, just because, and they'll be like, "Huh? Who?" Anyway, so March of the Machine, collector boosters, an entire box. We're gonna open them right now. So let's say, finest in the multiverse. These Phyrexian fighting boosters come out swinging with a barrage of climactic collectibles. Each booster features a foil Multiverse Legends card, ready to join your battle along with rare or mythic extended art cards and traditional foils. You may even find a serialized card or a new Halo foil treatment and earn bragging rights across the planes. Or at least make some money when you put them on eBay or sell them on TCG Player or something like that. So let's get to it. Open some boosters. I don't know. Let's see. Smells like it could be a serialized card, but I'm not sure. We can only hope, right? They exist. I've seen them. People have them. I don't. So far, I did get one serialized from the Brothers War collector boosters. Excuse me. But nothing from this stuff yet. So there's 6 and 6 total, 12 boosters. We are going to open them up. So these are a little tougher to open. They don't have the perforation like the other packs do. They do have a pull tab. No, maybe not. Some of them have a pull tab, but not these. So we'll just air into them and throw the packs on the floor. Phyrexian tokens. The tokens are cool looking, really, really for sure. For sure, for sure. Now, if you watch my other video, I go into a lot more detail on the cards themselves. So please bear with me because I am going to go through if I've already seen these and talked about them fairly in depth, then I'm not going to talk about them. So this stuff like Golden Scale Aeronaut, we've seen this Hopper, Failed Conversion, Blighted Burgeoning, Portent Tracker, Furnace Gremlin. Yeah, we saw that one too. This was one of our sieges, so we'll set those aside as well. And the foil art on the lands are just so cool. Boonbringer Valkyrie we saw earlier in our unboxing. It's a nice rare still. Quintorius Loremaster. This is one of the showcase cards and extended art too. So 3, a white and a red. For a 3/5 with vigilance at the beginning of your end step, exile target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard and create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. You can spend 1, a red and a white, tap him to sacrifice a spirit, choose target card exiled with Quintorius. You may cast that card this turn without paying its mana cost. If that spell will be put into a graveyard, put it on the bottom of its owner's library instead. That's a nice little recycle card for sure. So that's an extended art. We'll put that in a different stack. Path of the Ghost Hunter. Something for Kaya. X1 and a white. Create X11 white spirit creature tokens with flying. That's not bad. Will of the Planeswalkers. Starting with you, each player votes for Planeswalk or Chaos. If Planeswalk gets more votes, Planeswalk. If Chaos gets more votes or the vote is tied, Chaos ensues. Very interesting. So this is one of the commander cards. I'm not really sure what that is all about, but I will take a look at that. So I'll put that down here as a Planeswalker card. Fear Judge, Judge of Valor, nice foil. We'll put that in our uncommons. Actually, that's a showcase card, so we'll put it in our showcase cards. Zada, Hedron Grinder, nice foil there. Oh, hey, Zimone and Dina. We have Zimone and Dina in our last. No, we don't. I don't think we did. One green, one black, one white, 3/4. Whenever you draw your second card, each turn, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And you can tap them and sack another creature to draw a card, and you can put a land from your. Yeah, we did this. That's a very nice mythic, um, full art showcase too. And there's Goreclaw. So we're going to put this one as a mythic and a foil over here. Okay. Goreclaw, Terror of Kalsisma, 3 and a green for a 4/3. Creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less to cast. Very nice. Whenever Goreclaw, Terror of Kalsisma attacks, each creature you control with power 4 or greater gets +1/+1 against trample until the end of turn. That is a nice foil and a very cool rare. All right, and that is our foil. What are they called? Multiverse Legends, right? That's our foil Multiverse Legends card. All right, next pack up. Another token. Searing Barb. Oh, a nice mountain. We'll put that down with our lands. Phyrexian Archivist, Moment of Truth, Dredge Recycle, Completed Huntmaster, and Furnace Gremlin for our commons. Another land. It's a 2-land pack. We got a foily Jin Gitaxis. He's a nice one. We got him in our box as well. So that's another foil mythic. Grafted Butcher, 1 and a black for a 2/2. Grafted Butcher enters a battlefield. Phyrexians you control gain menace until the end of turn, and other Phyrexians you control get +1/+1. For 3 and a black, you can sacrifice an artifact or creature and return Grafted Butcher from your graveyard to the battlefield only as a sorcery. It's pretty cool. We got Gimbal, Gremlin Prodigy, 2, a green, a blue, and a red for a 4/4. Artifact creatures you control have trample. At the beginning of your end step, create a 0/0 red goblin artifact creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is a number of differently named artifact tokens you control. Very cool. And that is a mythic commander card. Dina, nice foil there. We'll put that in here. Timoret, that's a foil etched Timoret. Doomscar Warrior, 2 and 2 green for a 4/3 with backup and trample. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. And there's Obosh, the Prey Piercer. And he's one of the companions. So we got the cool foil extended art 3/5 companion, and his companion requirement is that your cards in your deck can only have odd mana values and land cards. If a source you control with an odd mana value would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. Very, very cool. All right, so our foil rares, foil mythics, rare and mythic commander cards, rares, and then our multiverse legends there. So you'll figure out the logic. A dinosaur token. I haven't seen one of these yet. And a soldier with lifelink. Very cool. All right. Wary Thespian, Aki Scramp Chopper, Suffrage Shapecraft, Placid Rotten Tail, Beamtown Boomstick, Norns Inquisitor, and Sunblessed Guardian. Nice island. There's a Voldaran Thrillseeker. We've seen her before. And there's a Glissa. That's always fancy. Glissa, Herald of Predation. She's a 3 black and a green for a 3/5. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one, incubate twice, transform all incubator tokens you control, or Phyrexians you control gain first strike and death touch until end of turn. Surak and Goreclaw. They are 6 casting cost, 6/5 with trample. Other creatures you control have trample. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn. Nice. There is Shauna, Sisay's Legacy. We've seen her before. Another Yargle. This is a foil etched Yargle. Very cool. Firemain Commando we've seen. And Hirobi. Hirobi, Death's Wail. 2 and 2 black for a 4/4 legendary creature spirit. Flying. And whenever a creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, destroy that creature. This is a nice way to wipe the board too. All you got to do is have a card where you can target multiple things, play black and red, throw this down, and then play something like something that targets. So it's got to have multiple targets. There's all kinds of things, but you can pick off things because it's a destroy. It's not doing damage to it. It's pretty cool. Teferi's Talent. That's the token for that, and an elemental on that side. Nice. Onaki Javelineer. We haven't seen this yet. 4 and a red, 5/4 with reach. Tap Onaki Javelineer deals 2 damage to target player or battle. Cyba Cryptomancer, Blooming Sands, or Blossoming Sands, Acre Drinker, Bonded Herd Beast, and Render Inert, Sculpted Perfection. All right, we got a Mythic, Invasion of Tarkir. This is an interesting one, and I actually pulled this on my pre-release. Not a foily one, obviously, but the only thing is, there were no dragons. I didn't have any dragons, so it's useless. 1 and a red, 5 defense counters. When Invasion of Tarkir enters the battlefield, reveal any number of dragon cards from your hand. When you do, Invasion of Tarkir deals X+2 to any other target where X is the number of cards revealed this way. Very cool, right? But I didn't have any dragons. And then here again, it's a 4/4, flying and trample. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, it deals 2 damage to any target. Great card, not when you don't have any dragons. So that is a mythic. I think this is, here we go, our mythic stack. Chrome Host Seed Shark, very nice card. 2 and a white for a 2/4. It has flying, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you incubate X, where X is that spell's mana value. This is just like the Shark Tornado, only it's making Phyrexian tokens instead of flying sharks. So, yeah, pretty cool. Exsanguinator Cavalry. This is a 2 and a black for a 2/3 with Menace and Lifelink. Whenever a knight you control deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and make a blood token. Nice. A vampire knight. There's Amadi, Celebrant of Bounty again. This is a foil version of her. Very cool. It's so hard to tell the difference between the foil and the regular. There's Zada, Hedron Grinder etched foil. Very nice. Ancient Imperiosaur. This is a 6/6, 7 casting cost with Convoke. Trample, Ward 2. Ancient Imperiosaur enters a battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it for each creature that convoked it. Nice. And finally, we have Fire Song and Sunspeaker. Nice. These are the two Minotaurs, which actually had a card together before. So this is 4, a white and a black, or 4, a white and a red. It's 4/6 red instant sorcery spells you control have lifelink. I love this card. Whenever a white instant or sorcery spell causes you to gain life, Fire Song and Sunspeaker deals 3 damage to target creature or player. I thought there was more text in there before. But yeah, I don't know. That's really cool. So that is a beautiful foil um, multiverse legends. Next up, another Phyrexian token. What a surprise! Oh, Vanquish the Weak, Overgrown Pest, Red Cap Heel Slasher. This is 2/3 with backup 1 and first strike. Very generic. City on Fire. 5 colorless and 3 red. Convoke. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage instead. Did we not get any? Oh, you know what? I'm just stacking up the commons and uncommons in the same stack. Whatever. And there's a double. City on Fire has the extended art too. Um, Bitter Thorn, Nissa's Animus, 3 casting cost, legendary artifact equipment, living weapon, equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Very nice. There is Quende, Pride of Temeret, and Rayav, Master Smith, and Inga and Astika. We just saw this one in our last box. Creatures you control have vigilance, and you can tap them for 1 mana of any color. And then whenever you cast a creature spell, if 3 or more mana for the creatures was spent, cast it, draw a card. And there is our Yarok foil. Nice. All right, so that's that. All right, we're getting down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at the back of our first stack here of 6 packs. So nice stuff so far. Nothing where I've been like, oh, I pulled that. A knight and a treasure token. Shatter the Source. There's a mountain. Temporal Cleansing. Assuming Aetherborn, Crystal Carapace, Kami. Invasion of Kaladesh. Nice island. Begin the invasion. X, 1 of each color. It's a mythic commander card. Search your library for up to X battle cards with different names. Put them on the battlefield, then shuffle. Nice. Pulchronos Reborn. Polychronos. 3 green, 4/5 with reach, which is just crazy. But then you transform him, and he becomes Polochronos, Engine of Ruin, a 6/6 with reach and lifelink. Whenever Polochronos, Engine of Ruin, or another non-token Hydra you control dies, create a 3/3 green and white Phyrexian Hydra creature token with reach, and a 3/3 green and white Phyrexian Hydra creature token with lifelink. That is pretty cool. All right. We got Pain Distributor, 2 and a red for a 2/3 with Menace. Whenever a player casts their first spell each turn, they create a treasure token. Whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, Pain Distributor deals 1 damage to that player. Nice. Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. There's Agar, the Freezing Flame. Liliana's Talent, foil. Very nice. And there's a beautiful Shouldered Whispering One. That is so awesome. 5 and 2 black for a 6/6 with Swamp Walk at the beginning of your upkeep. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. That player sacrifices a creature. That is a nice card to pull. Not spectacular. We're really looking for a serialized card of some kind, but still. We have these last 6 packs, so we're only halfway through the box. Atrax's Fall, Glistening Deluge, Harried Artisan. Those are nice. Atali, Primal Conqueror is very nice. Glistening Dawn, Incubate X twice, where X is the number of lands you control. That's cool. There is Death Greeter's Champion, 2 and a red for a 2/1 with Dash. For 3 and a red, backup 1 and double strike. I don't know what Dash is. So there's 2 things I have to look up. Let's set that right here so I remember to look it up. Rona. Now here is really a cool foil. So I don't know if you can see the halo foil. Look at that. The halo. You can see it best in the text box. But this is a halo foil of Agar, the Freezing Flame. That is pretty. Sunfall foil. Nice. And Lathiel foil for our that's the life-linking unicorn, right? All right. So how about a quick rules catch-up? Right here, Dash. This is actually 3 abilities in one. For those of you who don't know, I haven't seen it before. I don't know where I missed it from, but who knows? Anyway, Dash, if you pay the alternate casting cost, 3 and a red, it's an alternate casting cost, the card gets haste, and at the end of the turn, you have to return it to the owner's hand. Okay? So, makes sense. I didn't know it was a keyword. Now we know. The other one was the the card that said, here we go, this one. So, the Will of the Planeswalkers. This only kicks in a Planescape game. So in Planescape, if you've never played it, look it up. It was pretty cool. There were Planescape cards that were longer, and in each of basically you had a die that you would roll. So in this case, it would just kick it over. Everybody would vote. Planeswalk, you would just play a new Planescape card, or Chaos Ensued. It's whatever the text was on the card. All right. I knew it sounded familiar. I was just like, I don't know what this is from. But anyway, now we know. Hey, the more you know. And knowing is half the battle, right? 4 packs left. Got to be a serialized card. Please, please, please. Ah. And we have a Phyrexian Hydra and a Warrior for our tokens. Aerial Boost, Flitting Gorilla, Knight of the Coalition, Tenured Oilcaster, Alabaster Host, Southern Lancer, and Invasion of Regatha. For our commons and uncommons, a beautiful foil plains. Rampaging Raptor, 2 and 2 red for a 4/4 with trample and haste. 2 and a red. The Rampaging Raptor gets +2/+0 to the end of turn. Whenever Rampaging Raptor deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls or battle that player protects. Nice. Another Sunfall. Path of the Schemer, 4 and a black. Each player mills 2 cards. Then you put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's an artifact in addition to other types. And here we go again, Will of the Planeswalkers. Starting with each player, starting with you, each player votes for Planeswalker Chaos. If you Planeswalk gets more votes, Planeswalk. If Chaos gets more votes or the vote is tied, Chaos ensues. Yargle, foil, there is, oh, nice. This is a Rona, Shouldered's Faithful Halo card. It's really hard to see, but you can kind of see the foily in the background, the Halo foil. It's very neat. There is Zephyr Singer, 2, 2 blue for 3/4 with Convoke, Flying, and Vigilance. When Zephyr Singer enters a battlefield, put a flying counter on each creature that convoked it. Very cool. And there's Eudora, Grave Gardener. 4 and a green for a 5/5. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land. Nice. All right. 3 left. Let's see what we get. Phyrexian. Good to do. Negate. Windscarred Crag. Nothing great here. I mean, great, great cards, but not spectacular commons and uncommons. So we have those already. Here is Invasion of Tolvada. This is a new one. 3, a white and a black. When Invasion of Tolvada enters a battlefield, return target non-battle permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It has 5 defense counters. When he loses all of those, you recast it as an enchantment called the Broken Sky. Creature tokens you control get +1/+0 and have lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. That's cool. So that's from Strixhaven Realm. Very nice. You know what? That's a rare, so we're going to put it there. Into the Fire, extended art. Herald of Hoofbeats. This is 3/3 with another new keyword or old keyword. All right, so this is another new keyword, right? Let's start this. A 3 and a blue to cast. A 3/3 with Horsemanship. Other knights you control have Horsemanship. What is Horsemanship? Horsemanship means that, just like a flyer, this creature can only be blocked by other creatures with Horsemanship. So that's kind of cool. It's a neat, like a swamp walk kind of thing or whatever, but it's horsemanship. So only another creature with horsemanship can block a creature with horsemanship. Makes sense, right? Right. Sure. Weird. Okay. Um, so there's Inga. We've seen her. Rayav. Monastery Mentor, 2 and a white for a 2/2 with prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. That is pretty wicked. And there's Urbrast, the Hidden. Very nice. So this is our Praetor again for this box. 3 and 2 red for a 4/4. Creatures you control have haste. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. That is pretty cool. So that's actually our mythic. Here, I'm going to just put these up here. That's our mythic. Um, yeah, whatever thing that multiverse legend, mythic multiverse legend. Would have been cool if it would have had a serial number on there, but no such luck. Spirit and First Mate Ragavan foil little token. Assimilate Essence. Saw that one. Gloomfang Mauler, Ren's Resolve, one in a red. Exile the top two cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Converter Beast. All right, so there's our commons and uncommons. Thalia and the Gitrog Monster. Very nice foil. One colorless, one white, black, and green for a 4/4 first strike and death touch. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped, and whenever Thalia and the Gitrog monster attacks, sacrifice a creature or land, then draw a card. That's a nice mythic there too. Very cool. Pylon, we've seen. That's a cool convoke, destroy creatures card. Ortheon, Hero of Lava Brink. 3 in a red, 3/3. One in a red, tap, create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control. It gains haste. Sack it at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. And for 6 and 3 red, tap, create 5 tokens that are copies of another target creature you control. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step and activate only as a sorcery. Pretty cool. Yaduk and Firja. Rowan's Talent. With Rowan's Talent, you enchant a Planeswalker. The Planeswalker has add a loyalty counter up to one target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike and trample till end of turn. Whenever you activate a loyalty ability of enchanted Planeswalker, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. And Thalia, speaking of, she is that first striking 2/1 for 2, making non-creature spells of your opponents cost more. One pack left. This is it. Our last pack. Let's see what happens. Boop. Well, there's Teferi, Akosa of Zalfir. An emblem. Knights you control get +1/+0 and have ward. Okay. Blossoming Sands, Timberland Ancient, Searing Barbara, Bowman Hawker, Kenra Spells, blah blah blah. And there we have Rankle and Torbran. 1, 2 black and 2 red for a 3/4, first strike and haste and flying. Whenever Rankle and Torbran deals combat damage to a player or battle, choose any number. Each player creates a treasure token. Each player sacrifices a creature. Or if a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it deals that much damage, +2 instead. All right. Inga and Asika again. Elspeth's Talent, the extended art. Inga Rune Eyes. Renata called to the hunt. There is Zurgo and Ojutai, very nice mythic. 2 colorless, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white. 4/4 flying and haste. Zurgo and Ojutai has hexproof as long as it entered the battlefield this turn. Whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to a player or battle, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You may return one of those dragons to its owner's hand. Interesting. Very interesting. And our last card is Karuga, the Macro Sage, um, one of the companions. So we did not get a foil serialized card out of this, but I do still have one box to go. I will be opening that in another show a little bit later. This was cool, good stuff. A lot of great uncommons, beautiful lands, a couple of good mythic commander cards, Gimbal and Begin the Invasion. Great rares. That mythic foil Urabrask. These were the mythics for regular. So Ojutai, Thalia, Monastery Mentor, Invasion of Tarkir, Jin Gitaxis, and Zimone and Dina. Very cool. And then our rare foily. Um, I just cannot remember. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I have one more pack. I got confused and lost. And never mind. Let's go back to that last pack. Maybe this is the one. Is this the one? Is this the one? We shall see. Hold on. All right. Let's see. The Phyrexian token. Come on, pack. War Historian. Has indestructible as long as it attacked a battle this turn. Coming in hot, we've seen. Protocol Knight, etched familiar. Kite Sail. 2 casting cost. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and flying, and equipped for 2. And there's Invasion of Zendikar. Nice mountain. Ozolith, the Shattered Spire. 1 and a green. And the Ozolith, remember, that was the artifact where you put the +1/+1 counters and you could move them back onto other creatures. So in this case, if 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. Uh, that many +1, sorry. That many +1/+1/+1 counters are put on it instead. 1 and a green and tap, put a +1/+1 counter on target artifact or creature you control, activate only as a sorcery, and it has cycling for 2, which is cool. All right. Simone and Dina, non-foil. Another mythic, okay. Darksteel Splicer, 6 and a white for a 1/1. A 7 casting cost 1/1. This better be good. Whenever Darksteel Splicer or another non-token Phyrexian enters a battlefield under your control, create X 3/3 colorless Phyrexian Golem artifact creature tokens where X is the number of opponents you have. Golems you control have indestructible. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I would say play this with the guy that makes all your creatures juggernauts. Then you got a bunch of 5/3 Golem juggernaut creatures that are indestructible. That would be awesome. Renata, Called to the Hunt. That's the showcase constellation version. Very cool. And there's Quende. And there's C Double. C Double is 2 colorless and 2 blue. This spell can't be copied. Choose one. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, you may choose both. Copy target spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, or create a token that's a copy of target creature. And let's see what this last card is. Is it? Nope, it's not. It's Anafenza. Anafenza, Kintree Spirit. 2 white for a 2/2 whenever another non-token creature enters a battlefield under your control. Bolster 1. Bolster 1. So bolster 1 means that when this creature comes into play, you look for the creature that you control with the lowest toughness, and you put a +1/+1 counter on it. All right, that's pretty cool. So that is a foil etched as well. That's beautiful. So, all right, now we're done, right? We got all that stuff, multiverse cards. We got these cool rares, some very nice foils, some nice extended arts, cool stuff, a couple Sunfalls, Polukranos. The Glissa was really nice. Lore Master. That was cool. These guys we looked at before. I think we looked at all these. The talents are always good. The couple of the paths, if you're playing Plane Chase, I guess they're worth playing. But I don't see any purpose for those otherwise. And yeah, the Urbrask and it was just cool. It was a good box. So I will be opening another box probably later this week. So just stay tuned. Please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out when that gets posted. And yeah, leave me some comments. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks.